Okay. Can you see my, can you hear my fans? Are they too noisy or can you hear me?
No, you're good.
That's good?
I can hear
Okay.
you perfectly fine.
Yep.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to show you today. Hold on, I got to get my fan on me. I'm dying already. Dying. I don't have air on me, I tell you. It's bad news. Water. Okay. It's called a hidden pop-up card. It's really cute. I've not seen one before. See how that works?
Wow.
Yeah.
Surprise!
Right. Just kinda, you pull it out, and it pops up. I'll kind of show you what it looks like. It's kind of like that. It's not hard to make at all. Of course, decorating it depends how fussy you want to go. I mean, the first one I did was this. That's the first one I did. And that took me obviously a while, but I've also just done really simple ones. This is just the, what's that? Expressions in ink, designer paper, and I just stamped thank you and put a ribbon on it. And then I did this, I put a Starbucks card in there. I thought that was a cute way.
Mm-hmm.
Just really simple.
Very cool.
That didn't take me very long at all. What did I do with this one? I can't even remember. Oh yeah, that one took me a while. So they're really simple to make. What other? I did. I think I did a really simple one. Did I? Yeah, that's pretty simple. All I did was stamped the background in 3 colors there, and then put this outline on it. Pretty simple, but you know, really kind of fun. So you need 5 things, actually 6 things. So if you're not going to do it today, when you listen to this video next time, this is what you need. One, and this is aside from your stamp. I'll show you how the mechanics work of this card and how to put one together, and then you can maybe try one out with retired cardstock or cardstock you don't like, and then you get the mechanics of it, and then the one you're going to do for real, you'll know what to do. So I'm going to use one.
Prototyping.
Yeah, your prototype, right? So you need 2 pieces of cardstock. One's got to be white, and then one is a color. Maybe match it to DSP if that's what you're going to use. You need some tearaway tape or some double-sided tape. A pair of scissors, your bone folder. You do need a clear envelope if you have it. If you don't have any clear envelopes, sometimes the oh no, hush. Sometimes, you know, you get a little, oh, hey, what's going on? Fighting over a bone. Sometimes those little plastic sheets that come in your photopolymer, those will work too. Anything that kind of has some good bend to it, okay? That's all you're gonna need. So we're gonna start with the base, and with the base, if you have questions or I've gone too fast, just shout, let me know. That's going to be 5 1/4 inches. Oh, please, you're ruining my video. Hey, poor dogs are so hot. It's unbelievable. Gotta put Oscar in the pool later. Okay, so that's 5 1/4 by 9 3/4. 9 and oops. I think I'm so hot, my brain is malfunctioning. Do you get that sometimes? All right, score it at 5 1/4. I'm sorry, 5 1/2, not 5 1/4, 5 1/2. Okay, so I have 5 1/2 on this side, and this side's going to be 4 1/4. I'm going to turn it. I'm going to score it again at 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to bring it in 1/16. So I'm going to move it to the left, barely 1/16. Okay, and I want to cut this long piece off, the 5 1/2 inch strip. So I'm going to take my cutter, I'm going to put it at the fold. I'm going to push up, and that's slightly in from that score line that I made, and then I will cut this off later, but I'm going to turn it around and flip it over and do the exact same thing. So 1/2 inch. Okay, and then on this 5 1/2 inch portion. And if your portion is on the bottom, no big deal. Just make sure you cut the 5.5-inch side, not the 4 1/4 side. And I'm putting my cutter right up to that score line again and cutting it off. Okay. So that's that piece. And then you'll take some paper snips and you'll just cut these pieces off. Now, so essentially my 5.5-inch side is a scant narrower than this 4 1/4. And that's just going to help when we fold it over and then fold these over, prevent it from buckling a bit. Okay. So that's the only reason why we do that. So I'm just going to miter these corners. So far, so good, right? Is everybody just watching today? Yes?
Yes,
So far, so good.
yes,
Too hot. It's too hot to craft. We'll just
yep.
do
I
it
just
10
can't get
o'clock
into that
tonight
room.
when it's cooler. Yeah, I know, it's hot. Okay, so now I'm just gonna leave that for a minute. I'm gonna take my white piece and I'm gonna cut it at 3 3/4. And this is gonna be a funny cut. It's gonna be 9 15/16, which is just shy of that 10-inch mark, just one line shy if you're not good with numbers, or scant under 10 inches, as I like to call it. And then you're going to score at 4 3/4, 5 1/2, 6 1/4. Okay, so you've got these three. So just I'm going to turn this into basically a W, just like that. And then you can take away for a minute, take the bone folder, make sure that you're lined up here nicely. Just give it a nice press. All right, so let's do a little taping. You take the tearaway tape. You could glue if you want. Doesn't have to be the tearaway, but I find this goes a bit faster for this project. So I'll put a piece of tape in here. All right, now on this piece, I'm going to put the tape on the inside flap. I'm going to put it here because that's going to fold over. Oh, so much for tearing. There we go. Do it again. All right, so that when we fold this over, we'll pull that tape, okay, and it'll fold over like this. Okay, so we have to get this piece somehow on the inside. So here comes the mechanical part. This part, super easy. So I'm just going to remove this tape. Okay, so I now have this middle part stuck together. It's going to go
So that was inside the W.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the short part is what's going to go in at the top, and then you have that long piece at the bottom. So this is somewhat the tricky part. You need, of course, a clear envelope, and you're going to cut, and I've already cut it because it's really hard. Now watch me, I won't be able to find it. Oh, here it is. Yay! I've already cut a piece that's 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. Double check that it's 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 because this measurement for some reason is spot on. And you're going to put some tape. It's just hard for me. I have to go off camera to put the tape on, so I didn't want to fuss with that. So, but you can get 4 of these little pieces from an envelope. And I put some of that tearaway tape right close to the edge, on the edge if you can get it there. Not over, because if it's sticky, it'll stick to places in your card that you don't want it to, okay? So if you've gone over the edge, what I do when I'm doing this is I grab a piece of tape, not on the paper. I'll do it on the green mat underneath. So maybe I'll just pretend so you can see. And I'll actually go wider than my plastic sheet. It's just easier to not be so fussy. You waste a bit of tape, but I don't know, works easier for me. All right. So at this point, of course, you would decorate your front piece. That's this top piece. You would decorate the inside, whatever you want to flop up or put in the background there, you would decorate. And once you're done, doing that, you're going to take this little 2 1/4 square of plastic and you're going to peel off one side. So this tearaway, I'm just going to say that again, is on the same side. Okay. And you're going to attach it to the fold right on the fold, somewhere in the middle. So smack dab in the middle and right on the fold, right on it. All right, and just give it a press. Then we're gonna flip this. So that's how it went on. Now I'm gonna flip this over and I'm gonna pull it tight. That's important. You want as much of it as possible. And I'm gonna really, really crease this with my bone folder, okay? All right, so now I have my tearaway on the top here. And I have a perfectly decorated, I can actually stick something on there, I think. Did something earlier. So let me stick it on there. Shall I? A little bit of glue. A little bit of glue. There we go. Doesn't take much. Oh. Sometimes you forget how you orientated your piece. That worked perfectly. I'm actually going to put this in the background. See, I did have a plan. Might as well go through with it, right? This is the piece. Yeah. This is the hand penned paper again that I love. So pretty. All right. See, that was really quick. Really quick, really simple. That's it. Okay, so I have my piece. I'm going to put it on the inside here. I'm going to bring this down, and I hope you can see this. Do you see where that fold is from the plastic? I want that to be right on the edge of this top piece, like right on the edge. And then, of course, you got to make sure that you're centered, all right? So make sure that you've got approximate same space here on the right and left. It does help to be on a grid because you can kind of follow that grid line and then you know you're straight. See, I've got that line there. I can follow that line and I'm straight. And let me just hold this down. Okay, so I'm right on the edge. Okay, so I'm going to take this tape off. And you want to make sure that you hold this with one hand or put something heavy on it if you want to. This needs to be tight. So I'm just going to pull on it a little bit. I'm going to bring this down. Okay, that is your mechanics. So it looks kind of funny, but it's going to do this, literally. It's going to fold up and down. So it's going to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and take this and so this is where it helps to have these sides to be a tad, that 1/16 that we talked about earlier when we cut it, to make it a little, it won't buckle then, like it won't give you a, you just have to try it. You don't want to do that little 1/16 inch, then you'll know what I'm talking about. It's not imperative, but it sure helps. Okay. So that's the mechanics. I think I do have a topper somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe so. Can't remember. Oh, wait a minute.
Pretty simple for such a cool card.
Isn't it? You're right. It really is pretty simple for such a cool card.
Yeah. It would help to have something saying pull down at the
I know. I wish
bottom.
actually. I wish we had a stamp that actually said pull. You can write.
Wouldn't that
pull.
be nice? You can do it with letters.
That's true. You have tiny letters, right? So I'll just do this. You know, and like you don't. It's like every card. You can make it as simple or as complicated as you want to. So you just pull. So I'll show you what I've done. I showed you this one, right? Yep. And I showed you this one. Like this one was super easy. Like it really didn't have to do a whole lot. And what a cute Thank you card. And it would be nice to say pull. I did this, but I don't know if that gets the message across. And I don't like how it looks, but I don't know. What do you think? And actually what I did different with this, just so you know, because I didn't like the gap between the background paper and this little piece, I actually glued it down, which you can do. Can you see that? So I actually glued this centerpiece to the back. So I don't have I don't have this piece here. I actually glued it together just like that. Because I wanted it to look that way. And then I colored some of the white crinkle ribbon with some blends and finish it. So you can have a lot of fun with it, or you can just do something super simple. This wasn't, well, I shouldn't say this wasn't too bad. This was kind of fussy, but turned out really well. And that's it. How easy is that? I love easy. I love when it looks complicated, but it really isn't that difficult, is it?